Test, test, test. I'm testing my mic and testing everything works okay. Is my volume? Okay, it took a minute to get started today, so just gonna get started slowly. Give it a few minutes before I start cutting, sewing, working with fabric. Hello, hello. So far, I don't know if everything's working from... Okay, yeah, it looks like everything's working on Instagram. We're live on Instagram and YouTube. Nice. All right. I hope everyone's having a good Friday. Sorry, I'm looking at my computer, fixing the little details. But I think we got it. I'm testing out my new camera views. Here, let's see. This one, you know. And then I have a new cam for... Ta-da! Let's see how this works. Okay. Bringing my mic with me. Sorry, just testing my cams real quick. Okay. Hope y'all can see here over my shoulder. And I hope y'all can hear me okay. Please, of course, give me any feedback if you have. It's been a while since I did one of these, so I'm like a little out of practice. I forgot how to use OBS, which is like the streaming software. I forgot how to set up some things, and then we got everything set up and it all broke right at 2 o'clock when I was supposed to start, so I'm just now getting going. Okay, but let me show you what I have planned for today. I have this beautiful, it's not even a lace. What do you call this fabric? Embroidered fabric. Let's see if it can focus on my hand. Perfect. I have this that I want to work with, which is, as you can see, it's like a small cut of fabric, but my friend gave this to me actually. My friend Taylor at Taylor Made Shop. Ying from at Taylor Made Shop gave this to me, and it was just a little piece of fabric, but I used it for just only special projects so far. It was so beautiful and so precious to me, and I don't know where I'll find this again ever. And it's kind of like a unique look. It's embroidered on this strange netting that's not even, I wouldn't call it a mesh. It's kind of a squiggly, organic sort of netting, organic shape. And it does have some stretch. Going this way, yeah, okay. But not this way. So this is what you call a two-way stretch. I'm just gonna move my mic a little closer. I hope I'm not too loud, and I hope you can hear me. It's like the two things. Anyway, welcome everyone. We're just getting started. It's in celebration of my 11th anniversary, which sounds crazy. Oh, by the way, before I continue further, Instagram viewers, if you go to my YouTube, you can see the 2-cam view, which you can see my face plus the stuff I'm working on. So it's the wide, like horizontal view. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining me here on my live stream for my 11th anniversary. As I was saying, it's crazy to crazy to, okay, let's change it. It's crazy to think 11 years passed since I started my brand in 2014. And I just feel like, where did those years go? I feel still like a baby business. Yet a lot of things have happened since I originally started. And when I first opened my shop on Etsy, it was intended to be a petites clothing line. Like, I think my first photo shoot with my bestie Alana had like skirts, tops, kind of like stuff you'd wear to go out, but tailored to a petite fit. Shorter inseams, kind of better proportioned skirts, because often they're too long for me, being a 5'4". And but what was interesting is once I opened my shop, the thing that took off quickest was the petite bralettes. And I only had maybe like 1 or 2 bras just for like as an accessory to layer in your outfits. But I think people appreciated that fit of like a smaller shaped cup. And yeah, so I quickly just transitioned into only doing lingerie. And I'm super grateful for that. I was happy to, like whenever people start a new company or business, they're always hesitant. Like, do I know my customer? Do I, have everything in place before I start, is like a big question. But I urge everyone to, if you're thinking about starting something, just put it out there and iterate as you go. Get feedback. And if you're unsure about anything, those doubts will be either confirmed or they're confirmed in the sense that like, okay, this is what I'm meant to be doing, or, the opposite of like, okay, maybe we change direction and not do that. So yeah, I was really grateful about the feedback in the beginning, and now I'm like just lingerie, which is a really great feeling because I love intimate wear. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing good. Happy Friday. In case you're just joining, I'm sorry it took me so long to get my stream up, but thanks for hanging around. And I am gonna be, let's see, does my cam view work on Instagram? Great. It looks like it's all working. And by the way, thank you, Bufasa. Congrats on 11 years. Oh, my friend, you're so sweet. I used to work with her a long time ago. Anyway, I was gonna say, before we get going, I am just gonna test one more cam view, my sewing view, which is here. Okay. This light on my face, it looks like an Instagram filter, like ghost filter. Okay. I was gonna say, I would love if anyone has questions, feel free to join in on the conversation. I'm just gonna be talking through my process of working with this today, which I don't know yet what we're gonna do, but let's kind of explore and see what it can become. I've been in a bridal mood lately. I think just the feeling of spring, and not even particular to bridal, I love white lingerie. I think it just looks gorgeous. So I'm working on a couple things, and I thought on that same wave of bridal, maybe I can do something with this, something dainty and delicate. This is one of the pieces I've so far been working on. Okay, there. Okay, yeah, there we go. This is a garter belt. But yes, if anyone has questions, things that you want to hear me talk about or whatever, feel free to chime in. I'm going to try to pay attention to some comments. And yes, just to reiterate, I am also streaming on YouTube. And on YouTube, you can see the full wide view of everything I'm doing here. Sometimes Instagram only shows that like a vertical view. so it cuts off the sides. But feel free to join wherever you are. And I wonder where everyone is tuning in from, actually. I don't know if you guys are mostly in the States, West Coast, or Europe too. I think Central Europe is what, like 11 p.m. right now, maybe? It's like 9 hours ahead. It's 2, 4, 5, almost midnight. Okay, and I think what I'm gonna do is first I look at, I mean, you guys have all seen how I assess my fabric. I've already checked it has stretch going this way with pretty good recovery, which tells me you can make panties. Nice thing about having stretch is you need stretch for the bottoms so you can get them over your hips and then they cinch at the waist. With bras, sometimes people prefer if it doesn't stretch because then it's more supportive. For petites though, I don't think it matters as much. We're not looking as much for support, we're just looking for shape. So this is workable. All right, let's see. And actually, if anything, I actually like it sometimes when it stretches going upwards. When it stretches this way, in this direction, because it just gives you, like it pulls the triangle shape of a bra. Like this. It pulls that fabric upwards, which usually kind of lays nice and flat on your chest that way. Anyway. Okay. Let's go. Hi everyone, thanks for joining. Switching to my 2-cam view. And let's start. I'm gonna just do a couple quick sketches to work out the design. I don't sketch often, but it's more just to like figure out the closures or how to engineer something, just to work out the construction details. There you go. So because this fabric is so just beautiful as it is, I don't want to use lining, maybe. I prefer not to use lining. I think it'd just be so nice on the skin, don't you think? So let's do something dainty. I would like something really delicate looking to reflect the lightness of this fabric. So dainty and minimal. I wonder if it should be a halter. This kind of looks like a bathing suit, but I think this kind of gathering would be pretty too, having a little bit of a cinched look like that. Okay, let's see. Panty, I want something V-shaped, sexy, but maybe a little more minimal. Let me start looking at the trims. Some options. And look, I'm using my favorite strapping brand, trim brand, which is Shindo from Japan. They are, to me, I think make the best quality strapping elastics and stuff, and they are super durable, really great colors. I have a swatch book somewhere, I'll show you later. Great colors, and the quality is impeccable. So I use these a lot for my finishings of my bras, straps, sometimes, you know, the fold over edging. Also kind of cute to have like a border trim, which it could be bloop bloop. Like imagine this is the triangle of a bra. Are we upside down? Okay, this way. The contrast edging is cool. I think it takes away a little bit from the beauty of the fabric. So let's see if there's something more subtle. Okay, and if anyone at any point you can't hear me, please say something. I think like last time the audio cut out in my stream and I just kept talking and missed a whole section. About how I think I was explaining stuff about sketching, which is also another topic we can go over. So this fabric was originally, I said I use it for special projects. I've only made one thing out of it so far, and that was for a friend's wedding outfit, and she had like a sheer dress for her ceremony and needed some underwear to go with it. So I made her a high-waisted panty out of this, and it was so cute. And this is actually the leftover of that from that project. This is the shape of one back of a panty. Like this. Isn't that cute? A little high waist wedding lingerie. Maybe I use this again. Super cute. I think it'd be nice even with a little lace-up detail here. If you're just joining right now, I'm just playing around with some designs, trims, this fabric that I'm working with, this fabric. And before I start cutting, I'm just kind of deciding what shapes I will go with. So if we do a high waist panty. I like the high waists that have their high cut on the side, but not so severe that it's like just a V shape. I still like having that scoop around the leg line. I wonder if my camera just changed on Instagram to the wide view. Okay, let's see. I never anticipated when I was starting my business 11 years ago, I never anticipated that I would become a streamer. So all of this technical stuff is just over my head, and I wouldn't have been able to do any of it without my husband. So thank you, Ricky. Thank you so much. And yeah, even today I had a lot of issues getting going. And just give me 1 minute to think this through. So the issue I had with this, like this cut of, why I have these two pieces of a high waist panty cut out is because look at how I cut this wrong, basically. This area has no embroidery, which does not mirror the other side. So I was like, okay, that's gonna look unbalanced. Even though it's like worn under a dress, I still wanted it to be perfect. It was for a wedding. So I scrapped this. But with that said, I still want to be able to use it. I think we can just cut it open a little bit to remove that edge, the selvage part that doesn't have any embroidery on it. You can just cut it open, make it even more open in the back, like this, and use a little trim. Let me get it. can use a trim like this with some loopies. Oh, but I don't like how that looks so solid white from underneath, so let's consider another option. I could also just bind the edge with oh yeah, how's that? Basically, if you bind this edge with just a thin fold over elastic, oh god, it's so hard to show this. Anyway, something like that. I could essentially, or even this color. This is a little bit nicer. No, I like this one better. Underneath, I can put little loops, which won't show from the surface of the fabric. And within the loops, I can make a little lace up. So that's an option. Something like this. Can you all see the sketches? Okay, so panty, we have kind of an idea. Let's put that aside for now. I always start with a bra. So I'm gonna do the bra first, and it's gonna be like, I already have kind of a simple shape in my brain. It's closest to this, but I want the cups to be shaped a little bit rounder. Rounder at the front, so yeah, instead of a triangle shape, instead of straight like this, let's do it rounder. And there'll be some embroidery here, and for the strap I'm going to use this one. Okay, let's cut. I need to get my pattern. And tracking, nice. You can see the rest of my mess. Oh. This is my, oh shoot, can you see? This is my bar cart where I have all my trims. It is this guy. Okay, you can see at least like the top of it, but I just have these on wheels. All of my strapping elastics. And I'm sorry, Instagram, if I'm off center, off cam. I'm trying to fix that. But it's hard. Okay, so what pattern will I be working with to adapt? Basically, a triangle bra. Oh, let me show you what this looks like on my mannequin actually. Dress form. That's what we call a mannequin. It's a dress form. My mic, can you guys hear me? So this was padded for a custom fit, for a customer. So let me just remove this hip padding. Oh, I used a chunk of mesh fabric for the tummy padding. I was like, where? I was missing this white mesh. Just kidding. Okay, Instagrammers, where is it here? Let's see, is this in frame? Currently, my camera is tracking my face, so I'm gonna be in the middle of the frame. But if you go to my YouTube, you can see better the dress form I'm working with. I'm so sorry. This is if the camera angles look awkward. Okay. This was custom fitted for customer size 34D, I think. So it has all the extra padding, which compared to my, you know, this is like a C cup, so add the padding to do that. Voila. Okay. Let's try this real quick. Okay, I hope this is more in the center because, to be honest, I think most of you are watching from Instagram. This is my standard triangle cup pattern. And it has seam allowance. I usually make like a scallop, use like a scallop edged lace for this. So I just mark where I tack down the elastic here. But we're gonna adapt this to be a slightly more curved shape on the center of the chest. And maybe just bring it down a little bit lower so the cups look a little more minimal. Okay, let's try. And this is the fabric we're working with, which you probably already saw. Okay. Uno momento. I need pattern paper. Scissors, whiskers. Hi, how's everyone doing today? In case you're just joining, it's my 11th anniversary this month for my business, which is so long ago. So many things have happened. Super proud and super excited. And today I am just adapting this triangle bra pattern into a slightly more curved shape, which is going to be like, God, my horrible sketches. It's going to be like this one. You can't even see because the light. And I'm gonna cut it out in this fabric, and you can watch me sew it up. Let's hope I love it. Okay. First, tracing the pattern. Okay, we don't need to waste all this paper, so I'll start up here. Just a quick trace of the pattern. always grain line. Is that actually the direction I want to put the grain? I think that's correct. I'll have to check with my fabric after. And let's give it a name. Livestream bra cup. Size S. Cut 2. I wonder how many of you all are pattern makers here. And I believe and I was taught that everything is standardized, but I'm always curious if there's different methods of like marking your patterns, you know, any key information that you might put on there that I am not. I think this has seam allowance, so let's put in the seam allowance. It's 1/4 inch. I use a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Here, it's basically the edge is your scallop. So it just depends how wide the scallop is. But for this one, I think I'm gonna reduce it a little bit. For those of you who are watching on Instagram, if you go to my YouTube live, you can see, it's youtube.com/Elma Lingerie. You can see the wider angle view, which I usually have a 2-cam view where you can see me talking about the stuff that I'm doing, plus also see my overhead view of my project. Okay, what am I gonna do? Reduce this. I always love to have a little bit of gap in between that center front of your bra. So I'm gonna reduce this 1/2 inch. And let's shorten it about a 1/2 inch from the top. Do I have a French curve nearby? I don't think I do. So we're gonna freehand this from this point to this point. That's pretty good. A little curve. I think we can keep the side still straight. Maybe we even want to raise the side seam a little bit for that side boob support. I don't know about you guys, but more and more lately, I like having that side support on a little bralette. It just feels secure. I love the dainty too. I love when it's like as minimal as possible, because it just truly feels like you're just wearing like jewelry. It just feels like an accessory, and I love that. But more women I talk to, especially as I get older, they're like, I kind of like having that side boob support. All right, I think this is more or less fine. Here's my seam allowance. Let me cut this out and then just test on my, what's it called? On my dress form. Go like this. I'm keeping the dart not cut out because I don't know yet if I'm gonna make it as a dart or maybe do pleats or gathering, which is another option. I'll just go over some options that we can look at for how to add shaping to your bra cups. I tend to like doing a dart just because when you have small boobs like me, the ruching, pleating, or gathering is a little too, it just creates too much bunchiness that my boobs can't fill out. Of course, you can make the pleats as small as you want to, but even so, I just think the dart is the cleanest. So let me cut. I just made a slit in my dart, just in the middle, so you can close it however much you need to, like this, by pivoting pivoting the paper. One of my favorite things about pattern making is when you like remove a dart in one place and then where do you need to redistribute that excess fabric in order to make that shaping work. That kind of stuff is really fun to me. It's like paper manipulation. It's like origami. So let me just close this dart. And we have a little bra cup. I think it can be littler though, but let's see what it looks like on my mannequin dress form. Sorry, I actually do have store mannequins too. I use sometimes, so that's why I'm confused. Anyway, let me go like this. All right, and mic is not in the way. Okay, we good. All right, I hope everyone can see. I'm like not in the middle of the camera. Here we go. It's hard because I don't have if I have a view of what I'm seeing like in front of me, then I'll feel a little less self-conscious. But we good. Okay, just leaving this dart open for now, but you see this is what I was going for. Here's my center front. Let me see if I can show that better. 1 second. Okay, this black line represents my center front line. I only really need it to here. Oh, and this is called, what is this called? Styling tape? Maybe? Seam line tape? Does anyone know what this is called? It's for kind of drawing your design lines onto your dress form. So, for example, this is kind of the shape I'm going for. Can you see? Yeah. And then the band will go like this. Oh, and let's also do the side. Okay. So you can kind of see the shape, the silhouette of the curve that I'm trying to capture, but I still want it to be even daintier. Let's make it like a 1/2 inch or 3/8 inch smaller. Boop, something like that. And again, my mannequin dress form. My dress form is like a C cup. 32C, I would say, or 34B, maybe. Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna cut this for maybe closer to a B or A cup. All right. That's okay. Instagrammers, I don't know why my camera keeps switching from like vertical view to horizontal view. Sorry. As long as you can see everything and hear me okay, I think it's fine. Again, I'm just closing the dart with a pin. And when I open it, I have my origami bra. Oh, perfect. Look how basically it fits into the seam lines. To get a little bit more side boob coverage, which I think, you know, if you have like wide set boobies, they might feel a little exposed here. You just raise this line, this side seam line up. So I'm moving it up. Oh shoot. I'm moving this one up by about 1 inch from the band line. And you see you have just a little bit more coverage. Oh, here, camera changed again. Just a little more coverage like this. Now, when you do that, you have to think about how is this part gonna connect to the back of the bra. And in the case of this bra, I wanted to just have one thin band that goes right around the circumference of the bust, under bust. But now if I'm gonna raise this side seam a little bit, I need to have some support here. So my thought is to do a little caged back design. Let me show it in a sketch. A caged back design that'll help support that side boob. And I need to switch. Okay, something like this. Okay, let me make this bigger so you can see. This is the bra shape we're working with. It's got curve. It's got a gap here. It's got some side support. All right. So I'm just gonna keep drawing this band out. So basically it's gonna be that the strap, your shoulder strap, is gonna go straight into this side. It's gonna become the back band. It's connected from here, all the way here, and it scoops under your armpit, and then it closes in back. So that's gonna be one long piece. This one long strap. And we're gonna make it adjustable from this end, right here. And then let's also make it adjustable in the back so it has some flexibility. So if you can see, ta-da, basically our design. It would be a little more dainty if I didn't have that side boob coverage, but I think this way is going to be really comfortable and wearable, and I think most women will appreciate that, so let's go with it. Other thing to consider, oh, so just letting you know, this is empty. This is just strap. So maybe it'll be nice to put a little bit of trimming here, just so it's not like the fabric just ends. Anyway, we'll see. I kind of design as I go. I just follow the flow of how what the thing wants to become. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but this is how I create. It's like, you know, I posted in my story, I'm like, do you talk to your inanimate objects? I'm always asking the fabric, okay, what do you want to become? How do you want to be worn? What is the best use for you? So I kind of just let it become what it becomes, you know, and I'm not too fixed on my like my intended idea to be the outcome. I'm always kind of flexible and moving with whatever comes out as I'm creating. It's what you call flow, I guess. Let me check real quick. Everyone can hear me okay, I think, yeah? Oh, hello, following from Argentina. I don't know what time it is there, but thank you for tuning in on a Friday evening. Yeah, let me know where you all are joining from, actually. Super curious. I think, I know most of my audience is in the US, but obviously I have a lot of friends in Europe and in Asia too. So if you're tuning in from somewhere else, please let me know. Okay, where's my pattern? Let me show you top view. I have this fancy, you can see it. Oh, if you're on Instagram, you might not be able to see it, but I have a stream deck, which is like the little buttons to change from scene to scene, my camera views. Thanks to my husband, he set that up for me. Okay. I'm getting ready to cut, you guys. It's always a little bit nerve-wracking cutting into a fabric that is so precious to me. The hoarder side of me is like, sees potential in everything, in every scrap fabric, and I'm like, I get very nervous when I start using up my fabrics and there's only a tiny piece left, especially if I love it so much and I know I can't get more. Okay, looking at this fabric, I think because of the how the motifs lay, this viney floral design, it kind of has lanes and not striping, but like it has a direction. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think I would like these points to be pointing upwards. There's a lot of nice little leaf points. It would look weird if they were sideways, like this way. So this is the direction I'm going with, top, bottom. Okay, and then now just assessing, is there a best place of the fabric I can cut? I think this weird triangle area works. I am all about wasting as least amount of material as possible. If I can use scraps for something else, if I can donate them, I'd love to do that. And I have a drawer here where I save all of my scrap fabric. So this is how I'm gonna work. This is gonna cut here, and let me just check that this is the correct side of the fabric. Okay, this is the wrong side of the fabric. In sewing, you call the outer side the right side, and then the inside of the fabric the wrong side. It sounds wrong, but you call it right and wrong. Using my trusty fabric weights, which, by the way, I have for sale still. And I think I've sold through about a little more than half of the stock that I have left. So if you guys were hoping to get some of these cute fabric weights, these guys, these are the older versions. So I don't think these colors exist anymore, but I have other ones, really cute colors. You can check them out on my website, elmashop.co, in the sewing tools section. And you can also buy scissors, by the way. Okay, let's cut. Usually, for efficiency, you fold the fabric and then you cut it in one go and get both of your pieces cut. But I'm sorry, I'm gonna do this one at a time because I'm gonna use a different part of the fabric every time. And I'm already about to make a mistake, am I? This way. Okay, this is the direction. Cutting. Let's see which is a good pair for this. I like to use, these are a little bit on the pointy ones I think are the best for like silk and fabric that doesn't have holes or lace, like kind of empty areas. So I'll save this for when I'm working with silk. This is slightly less pointy, and this is my all-purpose scissors. This one can be used for any kind of fabric, and it's actually good for cutting through thick bits like this, which has, this embroidery does have. And then I have this one that's way less pointy. It's more of a rounded tip, and that one I like for stuff like denim, wool. I used to like make a lot of, I wanted to do like suit tailoring for a long time, menswear and stuff. So I used to make a lot of jacket type stuff, and I have all these heavy fabrics that's so opposite of lingerie, by the way. Sorry, I need to not talk while I do this. Only because my mic is far away from my face. Here. I'm just rethinking if to make the dart a little bit smaller. With the embroidered fabric, you're gonna get slightly uneven edges sometimes because of the embroidered bits, so that's okay. I love the sound of scissors. So cute. It needs a little press, ironing. Now I'm going to use the same piece that I cut, this one, and just mirror it. And crap, which way did it go? It was like that, so I need it to go this way. And this is where my eyes get dizzy, but let's look. Okay, it's there, it's invisible, hard to see. Okay, ta-da, 2 little bra cups. Let's put this fabric aside for now. Oh, you're so beautiful. Thank you for being beautiful. And I'm gonna give these a quick press. So let me just put some stuff in frame that you can look at while I'm gone. This is actually a really cool book. BRB. Okay, actually I have to wait for my iron to heat up, so we'll give it a minute. By the way, I would love to know how many of you guys in here are also seamstresses, makers, lingerie people, lingerie lovers. I am currently looking for a new ironing system. I want to upgrade to something a little more professional, which I never really thought was necessary for lingerie making because it's such small and delicate fabrics. I don't need so much heat. But the more I research, I'm like, yeah, I need that system. In Japan, my mom tells me about this. My mom went to a fashion school too, Bunka, this school. That's where I get all of my fabric weights and stuff from. But she tells me when she was in school in like the 70s, 80s, they had ironing boards that have the vacuum suction from underneath so that it stabilizes your fabric. It holds the fabric in place and you can iron and press. I'm like, that sounds so cool. And I've seen some brands here make them too. The ones that she had are called, is a brand called Naomoto, which seems to be just industry, not standard, but or maybe it is, but it seems like the thing that I need. It's like the one to get. Oh, nice. You're sewing right now. It's so cool. Hope you're, I love to hear that. Like it's kind of like a sew along stream. I mean, we don't have to be making the same thing, but it's kind of a cool way to group hang if you're a maker too. I just pulled out some of my other bridal fabrics that we can peruse while I am waiting for my iron to heat up. Okay, so any scraps like this I save, and if you are a creator of sorts and you are looking for scraps of fabric, some of my friends use it for pottery, for example, like using this kind of lace and imprinting it on pottery, or if you want to make patchwork stuff for your dolls and you need some spare fabric, hit me up. I will send you a bag or a box, whatever, a lot of scrap fabric, laces, silks, ribbons that are too small for me to use, but anyone else can. So DM me if you'd like a fabric donation. I think my iron's almost ready, but I just want to show you this. This beautiful French Lever's lace. Oh my God. Like, it's so stunning. Let's go like that. These are from my bridal stash, and it's like, I can't remember the price, but they're expensive. It's like 5 times more than what I usually pay for lace, so I only have tiny cuts of them. And someday I'll make a special project, or if you have, if anyone has a request for like a bridal thing, I would love to make something with these, so let me know. Miss Chelsea Murray, I just replaced my industrial iron with a Rowenta iron. Oh, very nice. Okay, let me just go back to my pressing. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Let me close these up. Oh, she's so pretty. Aren't you so beautiful? Like, this one is unique because it has these little, I love the dots in it. It has a little bit of polka dot on the base. And this is a corded lace, Alençon style lace, which is has that nice texture, and I feel like it's more for formal wear, like actually not undergarments, because the texture does like, it's not like you'd really wear that under a t-shirt. It's not a smooth surface, but it makes beautiful ornate lingerie. And it's a type of lace I used to work with a lot. Okay, let me show you our bra cups. Here we go. Okay, I originally said I'm not going to line this, but let's just take a look and see what it looks like if I were to line it. Let's do 2 cam view. Okay. This is kind of like a mocha. It's good for that sort of like tan skin color. It's pretty close to my skin tone. So it would appear, it looks pretty strong, the lining color, but I think it'll appear to look nude on me if I go with this kind of color. Let's see how, nope, front view. How does this look? No, it's a little bit dark. Okay. Let's try it with some white or ivory off-white lining. That's pretty. That's pretty too. I think it looks too white though. I kind of want it to look more like the flowers just appeared on your skin. Okay. And any other colors I should try, like a peach. Here's one more shade of tan. Now, why would I add lining to such a delicate and beautiful fabric? Just to have, like, if you wanted to wear this out and have a little bit of nipple coverage, just adding a thin layer of mesh or maybe 2 layers of mesh totally solves that solution or problem. So you can still wear it like out, but I think the best thing for this is just to have it unlined, honor the beautiful fabric that it is. I'm now trying to figure out which side is the front, the right side and the wrong side. This is the right side. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's try sewing. This is a new experience for me, setting up the sewing cam. And here is my pincushion. I'm just getting rid of this. Hi. Sewing view, let's go. I'm gonna have this track my face. Cool. Let's just maybe go a little bit more this way though. Okay. I need to check my thread first. And we're good. Okay, this is not good. Hello, tracking. Did you get stuck? And you can see my space. Okay, hi, we're back. First, I just need to close the darts using a straight stitch, and I hope you can see. I mean, you don't have to see so detailed. I'm just doing a straight stitch. Nothing super special, but just to see generally what I'm doing. Okay, a couple rules in my sewing space is to have multiple pairs of snippers so that you don't have to go and look. That, you know, often they're like under a pile of fabrics or like somewhere where you might miss them, and the most crucial places to have them is at your sewing machine and at the cutting wherever you do trimming work. Okay, cute. This works. I'd say let's tack down the darts. Just to get them flat, lay flat. And also adding reinforcement to that, adding reinforcement to this seam. Because this net is so loose, it's like a very, oh, hello. Yeah, there you go. Because the net is so loose, I worry it'll just kind of fray apart. So let's add some reinforcement there. These are like the little details that I adapt as I go along. It's like, oh, you didn't realize it was going to be kind of a delicate seam, or at least I didn't, until you sew it. And then you can add your little construction details, however you need to adapt. So I'm just reinforcing the dart with another straight stitch. I think a zigzag would be great too, but you know, not super necessary. And you can't even see the stitching because of this embroider design. So it doesn't matter what kind of stitch you use. Instagrammers, I'm sorry if you have just a view of my head. I'm like, you can see a full view on YouTube if you go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Elma Lingerie. But if you're on Instagram, it's gonna cut off the side views and it'll just be a little vertical frame of, you're missing out on the rest of it. Okay, cute. She looks great. Now let's try it on the mannequin dress form. I don't know why I'm saying mannequin every time today. Okay. She perfect. Okay, I love it. So one of the other things I'm thinking about now is strap placement. And I think, you know, in general with triangle bras, your strap is going to be kind of directly in the middle of your shoulder. I kind of think it's sexier when they're a little bit wider set. I don't know if that's just because of my frame though, if it's for like a broad shoulder thing. But I like it when it sits just maybe an inch to the outer side versus right in the middle. So let's reflect that here. Okay, cute. See this raised side seam? Oh, Instagrammers probably can't see this. Let's go like this way. Yeah, kind of can see. Okay, you see this scoop here is raised just a little bit to give that side boob coverage. Great. Okay, cute. The fit looks perfect. I'm not used to this camera following me around, so I forget when I stand up it's gonna like go other places. And for the strap, maybe it might be something else, but let's see what it looks like with this. The beige, oh god, it's so subtle, huh? Like on my dress form, you can barely see what's going on. I'm just working out the design real quick, and then I'll bring it back to my cutting table where you can see a little bit better. I think the beige strap looks a little bit heavy, actually. I might go with a fold over elastic. Where I live, it's very late, but I really, really love this format. Have a nice evening, everyone. Oh, thank you. Thank you for joining, and have a lovely evening. Hopefully we'll be doing this more often. So, and yeah, I'd actually love to know what's like a good time. You know, I think it's going to be different for everyone, but I forgot my mic. I don't know if you could hear me. Anyway, I was saying thanks for joining. If you have to leave, you, I can't stay because where I live it's very late, she says. But yeah, I'm curious if there's a good time that kind of works across multiple continents. I chose 2 p.m. on a Friday thinking like, okay, that hits East Coast and West Coast well, but I'm sorry if you're in Europe, it's going to be very late. Or in South America, maybe. Oh, more people from Argentina. Hello. Hi. Going back to my sewing view. Follow me, Cam. I'm here. Okay. This is a fold-over elastic. Let's bring this closer. Yeah, you can focus. It's so hard when it's like auto tracking your face. Anyway, this folds into half its width. Yep. And I usually just tack it down with a zigzag stitch. So it'll be a little bit narrower than my other strap elastic. And so, yeah, it'll look a little bit more dainty. Maybe we're going to go with that. Okay. Kitty. I love to remind my fabrics how cute they are because they deserve it. So, here. Just gonna try again if there's maybe a cooler color for the trim. A color I didn't consider is black, but it might look cool. Or olive green. I love olive green because it's like, it looks like nature. It's like the color of nature. Black is a little harsh, but it gives that nice bold outline. Nope, I'm not gonna go with black. Okay, I think we're gonna stick with the or a little periwinkle for something blue. No, I think let's just stick to the plan. Original color. Here's another one I can do. Okay, everyone hanging in there? Thanks for sticking around this long. I've just, obviously we're celebrating Elma Lingerie's 11th anniversary today. So if you're just joining, I am today just making a very small dainty bralette, which I've lost the other cup for. It's on the ground. Here it is. And I'm making this little dainty kind of bridal inspired bra with this for the strap. And let me see which one for the band. Here's the matching elastic band. It's gonna be very dainty, and my plan is to zigzag stitch this closed, zigzag stitch this down, and remember we're making the back a caged look. So I'm thinking, will it look odd having such different widths of strap at the back like this? But I think it's okay, actually. It's kind of cool. Let's just go for it. Last thing to consider is, how am I going to finish this center front seam? We can do just, I don't know if I like the picot edge though. We can do fold over. Make a nice border. Where's my sketch? Basically this. Okay, I think that's what we'll do. So fold over elastic here, FOE for short. Grosgrain elastic for the band. Adjustable sliders at the back, adjustable strap, and let's do a G hook closure. Focus. Okay, I'm sorry if it doesn't focus, but let's continue. Gold hardware, I think. So I'm gonna need a 3/8 inch slider for the band. My G hooks look like this. And slightly wider 1/4 inch elastics, or sorry, sliders for the shoulder. Rings, I need a 3/8 1/4 inch rings will do. Two, I need 3 each of these guys actually. 3, wait, 1. Strap, back. I need 4. And am I missing? Oh yeah, a 3/8 inch slider for the band elastic. Let's do this one. Gonna fit. It's pretty. Okay, subtle differences. But I have 2 different 3/8 inch sliders. So let's see these 2. I like the look of this one better, but I don't think I have enough. Let me look. Yeah, I don't have enough matching ones, so we're gonna go with the slender one. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, back. That's it. Okay. So I need 2 rings and sliders for the shoulder straps, 2 sliders for the thin back strap, 2 sliders for the thicker back strap, the G-hook for the closure, and let's see if we have any other hardware needs later. Can add fancy stuff too, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Let's keep it simple in order for the lace for the fabric to shine. Okay. How's everyone doing so far? Y'all can hear me okay? You can see everything, I hope. I mean, I don't see any complaints. I think we're doing okay. And if you're just joining, let me know where you're tuning in from. I've seen a few people from Argentina, it seems like. Very cool. And yeah, I don't know where else everyone's tuning in from. Okay. All right, cuties, let's go. First, order of operations. This always takes a minute to figure out. First, I need to do the border for the center front. Next I'm going to attach the shoulder strap. We discussed putting a little trim here, so maybe I look at that as well. Oh, here's my trim bag. Hold on. Is it this bag that I want? Yeah. Can go with gold. Gold embroider. Maybe some... This is this beautiful ladder trim. It's like it looks like a ladder. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, I think we might use that one. This is honestly the most fun part, like trimming your garments. It's like cooking, and I mean, you're cooking up a bra basically, but the trim you choose can give such a different look depending on, you know, how it can dictate so much of the vibe of the thing you're making. So, you know, like something heavier can look more, look a little more ornate, like this, for example. It can make the whole thing look a little bit more old world and with gravitas, or if you want it to look more delicate and light. I like this one too. I like these kind of zigzaggy trims. So here's a couple trims to consider. And sorry if it seems disorganized for some people, but this is my process. We start with the fabric, then as we go along figuring out the construction details, we think about the vibe, what emotion you want to evoke with that. Okay, I love that. Great, it looks perfect. This could work too. Right now I'm just choosing like a little trim detail. Maybe we even use something like this to finish the edging, because that would be nice. See, for example, something like this, which is like, can you see it? Embroidered metallic scallop edge lace. Let's see. Oh, that's so pretty too. It literally makes me gasp when I see it. Oh, come on, focus. Can you guys see? Is it focusing? Oh, it's so pretty. It also, the nice thing about this is it balances that beige elastic a little bit better. And to be honest, it actually looks a little more complete with something like that. So let's just explore this option. If I go with that, and the band is this. This side is gonna be this. Okay, cool. Another option is, you know, like those strappy chest designs where the strap floats off of the cup. You can do something like that too. Give a little bit of an illusion. Floating illusion. I don't know. Which one do you guys like? Let's see. I have zigzag, this kind of zigzag white trim. Oh shoot. This gold embroidered trim. This gold ladder trim. Straight up looks like a ladder. It looks a little too much like a ladder. Gold pointies. That's cute, but I think it makes the edge look a little too solid. And it makes it look heavier, let's say. I want to keep this kind of lightness. Okay, this is time for decision making. Just mocking up this mock pinning. Oh, hi. Mocking up this little bra with the gold embroider trim. And this is why it's slow fashion, you guys. It's all about the thought and the care that's put into making this stuff. You know, I know that it's so easy to just not think about who made your things when you buy fast fashion, you know, or where it's made or anything, which, you know, everything in moderation. And it's definitely a privilege to be able to buy from small makers and small businesses and independent designers. I know we're more expensive and everything. And, you know, of course, there's a reason why. But yeah, I think the beauty of slow fashion is all of this energy and thought that's put into something that you love. When you buy it, you just love it even more, you know. At least I'm thinking about that more and more lately as I've learned to value my work a little bit higher and my time and the energy that actually goes into all of this, because it is a lot of work. Doing mock-ups, trials, prototyping. Okay, I tested this. I wish you could see it on a body that's not full of sparkles. Let's see. I don't know, I might get banned from Instagram if I show my bra right now, I think. But let's bring this over to the dress form. This way? Okay. Okay, let's look. Okay, she's adorable. Yeah, you can't really see it up close. Let me just assess real quick and see if we continue this way. Oh, it's so cute. I almost want it to be on both sides of the fabric. It looks like a cake, like a roughly frosted cake. It's so beautiful. Let's see. Decisions. This is the hardest part. Do you see? Okay, yeah. I think I like this trim. And I think I like it so much. We're gonna make it go like this. Cute, so cute. Now I need to rethink the back design a little bit. So let's just work this out. Okay, yeah. A little decorative trim on the side seam. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Well, my concern was that these straps that go kind of into the bra cups are gonna look weird if they come out of nowhere. Meaning, if it's just like the fabric ends here and then it goes into a strap, this part looks weird to me. These are the things that, you know, you have to consider when you're designing how it looks three-dimensionally from front to side to back. So to solve that, I think I'm gonna just put a little bit of decorative trim on top here to have an end point. And then the back strapping, for example, which I'm just gonna use this one twice. This will get inserted here. So your back band is gonna look like this. Have a little bit of a vintage look, make it adjustable, and closed with the G-hook. Super cute. Okay, I think we got it. I think we decided on the design. Always takes forever. It only took me, what, 2 hours? And I don't need this fold over elastic. Oh, something for the strap. So maybe we use the fold over elastic to have a thin shoulder strap. We will see when we get there. I don't need these. And time to cut the trim. Okay. Thank you all for joining me today, by the way. I feel like it's really fun to be able to do these live streams, and you know, I never know really how they'll go. It's always a little nerve-wracking when you're like gonna do live stuff, but so far I've been having a great time, and thank you all for being here to celebrate my 11th anniversary. And just doing calculations in my brain. This is gonna go, I think, let's miter the corner here. Or yeah, I think we want to do that. Okay, so yeah, thank you all for joining. I can't believe it's been 11 years and so much. You know, my business is still a very small one-person business, but I feel like I've grown a lot just in all of the things that I do here creatively. The way I look at art and stuff now is definitely different than the way I look at life is different, to be honest. I used to be a little more hustling all the time. And now I have learned to value my time a lot more after burning out, which I think a lot of creatives go through that. And it feels so heavy, you know, when you do go through that. But I do feel like I've learned a lot, actually, and grown a lot from that experience of having gone through the nonstop hustle mode, then to burning out, and then now really just enriching my whole life with more creative diversity. It used to be so... I used to be only about one thing. And now I have many ways I can express my creativity, which is nice. Or at least, like, I always had them, I guess, but now I feel more okay about expressing them, so. Okay. So, as we're talking, oh, I didn't even have this camera view on, which, look at, how cute is she? I'm gonna sew these up now. So I want my band like this. We'll decide that in a moment, but first, let's miter these together. Or actually, I think it's, oh yeah, here we go. That's the shape that I want. So considering where to connect these to get what point shape you want, basically looking at the scallops, you know, you can connect them in the peak or the valley, basically like this. Let me show. This is the valley of the dolls. Just kidding. This is the valley of the scallop, and you'll get a shape that is a little more flat on top. Okay, like this. Or you can connect them at the peak. And you get, basically, it looks like as if the trim, I like it this way better. It's like as if the trim just, at that bend point, just makes one scallop, one shape of scallop. One scallop, please. So let's do that. I'm gonna sew them together in the peak. Gonna move to my sewing view in a second. All right. I'm actually not gonna miter this first because I'm thinking about how when I attach it, it might just be easier to do it, attach one side first and then attach the second side. So let's try this out. Let's see how it goes. Hi. Follow me. Okay, here's my marker. What kind of stitch to use? That is the question. I think a straight stitch is going to be okay because this doesn't need to stretch. Zigzag is used when you need to stretch, when you need the fabric to stretch. Another pro tip, having multiple pin cushions. One at your sewing table, one at your cutting table, one floating around, one on your arm. You know, the coolest thing or the most efficient thing I've seen is how sometimes seamstresses strap on a pincushion just to this part of their sewing machine, so there's just always pincushion up here and it's out of the way of the table. which I think I would like to do that too, but I don't know if I have an efficient way to strap that together. Okay, let me go like this. I hope you can see. Lower the mic. All right, so I love it. It's so cute. And they go so perfectly together. It's like it looks like they're made for each other. Sorry, I'm rethinking if I need a little bit of stretch here actually, because it feels kind of restricting. The other thing that I can do, like what I'm worried about is the tension of the thread. I feel like it might snap if you overstretch it a little bit, but one thing I can do is to reinforce that with another stitching. So see this flap of seam allowance. Oh, maybe you can't see it. Can you see now? There's a flap of seam allowance here. Excuse me. Excuse me, camera. It's got like auto tracking and sometimes it gets lost. As it's doing right now. So what I can do is fold this seam allowance over, tuck it under. So it's a nice 1/4 inch fold over, and then just tack that down with the straight stitch again. And that should reinforce this side seam enough that I hopefully won't have to worry about like tension from the strap pulling to the back strap pulling and it tearing. But before I do that, let me sew on the other side of the trim. Okay, she's gonna go. Sorry, the autofocus. Let's try like this. Okay, do a little quick pinning. Quick pinning, which is actually slow pinning, sorry. Okay, let's go for it. Okay, let's go back to the cutting table real quick. Okay, let's see what we got. I like to assess and audit every time I do something new. And on top of that, it's just good to press and iron everything after every seam you sew. So let me get my iron going. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so right now what you're seeing is, okay, cool. Right now what you're seeing is the trim has been sewn to the cups. I have not ironed it, I have not pressed it, I have not Oh, I'm sorry if you can't hear me. My mic is here. Right now what I have is the bra cup and the trim attached. I'm about to press it, and then I will go and sew down this seam allowance to reinforce it with a straight stitch tacking. What do you call? Top stitch. Yeah, top stitching. Excellent. BRB. I'm gonna go iron this. You can enjoy looking at my sketch for now. Okay, how cute. Like I said, she looks like a cake. It's so pretty, like the doilies of a cake under or like desserts doilies. That's what it looks like to me. Now I just need to miter this corner, which I think, let me just do that real quick. It's gonna be easier to just do it and then try to tuck. Pretty good. Oh yeah, you're here. Cool. Now, seam allowance. I'm gonna top stitch. Follow me back to my sewing table. Yeah, let's try. Okay. I'm gonna stitch this from the underside of the garment because I'm folding over that seam allowance. I need to be able to work with that with my fingers. Again, just using a straight stitch to add top stitching, which reinforces the seam. Okay, great. I wonder if I want it to be narrower. Okay, let me show you. Like, you see how it just looks like a thicker and whiter. I like how invisible. Okay, I have another idea. Maybe we go this way. I don't know. I mean, it's fine. These are like little details. Oh. Hi, Mike. It's not a person named Mike. It's my microphone. I'm just talking about if we like the seam allowance being tacked down like that. I think it's okay when it's against the skin. I mean, you see it, but I think it's gonna look fine. Aw, she's so cute. Okay, let's do the other side. It's so weird, this camera tracking when it's like up close in my face. Let's go here. All right. All right. It's like the tracking is confused. Subject lost, it says, but it's okay because we're gonna go back to the sewing table. I mean, the cutting table. So we got the trim attached, and let me see. I think she looks great. Just need to trim off this excess. And a little bit, actually, that's fine. Leave that there. This excess. And if you see the inside of the garment, ooh, yeah, look at that. It's nice and clean finished. No, this is the outside. But what's nice is all the seams are covered. Yeah, it feels pretty good. I'm just checking, running my fingers over the seam to see if it's itchy or if it's bumpy. Because that's the only thing about embroidered fabric is that if you have sensitive skin, it might feel a little bit itchy. But it's also so lightweight that maybe you won't notice it. But definitely, if you have sensitive skin, I recommend getting lining with your bras. You know how you can choose to have a lining if you want. You have custom lining colors. I have many available. Or you can get it completely sheer. And I think sheer is always going to be the sexiest. It's beautiful when just lace is on your chest. But for more practical use cases, I recommend getting it lined. So if you're on the sensitive side as well, ask for lining. Okay, awesome. Oh yeah, so the clean finishing, I don't have to worry about the mitered edge because when I attach a strap, that area is going to get covered anyway. Let's just see what it looks like with the strap. Oh, cute. Gorgeous. I really love. Cute. And again, just highlighting my favorite trim brands, Shindo. It's made in Japan, and they're so like perfect. Have really good recovery. The trims. I love this. It's almost ready. It looks like a napkin top bra. But yes, they make really high quality trims, which I personally love, and and they last great. It's, you know, after washing it a few times and stuff, they I feel like the Shindo elastics last nice and long. Okay, just preparing this next trim. Adding, going back to my sewing table. Let's see if I can track my face again. Hello. Nice. Okay, but I want you to be able to see the sewing table. But at the same time, let's just put this on the dress form. Oh, hi, you're so pretty. Oh my gosh. I wish you could see this a little bit closer up. I have to put my face near, because it's tracking my face. Can you see it? Okay, I feel claustrophobic. Go there. Okay, this next one I'm not pinning. We already did it once, so I know what to expect. Let's just go for it. I wonder if any people in here are seamstresses or other sewing makers. I saw earlier there are some people in here who are sewing along while watching the stream. But hey, I need tips on how to make your setup ergonomic, because I mean, I'm like a very, you know, I put a lot of importance on like taking care of your body and stuff, but all the external ways to do it, like I do movement, I do stretching, but if my setup and where I'm sitting every single day is not optimized, it's like, what am I doing all that for? So anyway, I need I think I need a better chair. Maybe the height is something to change. Sewing naturally is kind of like a hunched forward movement, so that's just too bad. I sometimes think it'd be nice if I can have my sewing machine at eye level, but then you'd be like this too. Okay, let me go press this real quick, which maybe can follow me. Cute. Okay. Okay, now tucking the seam allowance back in, and then we're almost done with our second bra cup. Beautiful. I know this is probably like a very long live stream for Instagram Live, but thank you all for being here. It's my 11th anniversary. All right, bra cup number 2. Oh, let me miter this edge. Okay. Almost there, almost there. Okay, for this, I'm purely just using straight stitch for every seam, and it's been great. Oh, perfect. Yeah, I just had a question. Am I using zigzagging 3-step or standard from Lula Buxomberry? I don't have a 3-step zigzag. I think they're beautiful. I don't necessarily need them. So I don't use a 3-step. And for this, I was just saying that I'm only using straight stitch. And the reason that that is okay here is because it's just a bra cup. I don't need it to stretch around the circumference of the body. It just needs to be on the front of the chest. So I have, I've just used straight stitch throughout. I'm attaching, the trim that I've attached is also not stretched. So everything is rigid lace. This has some mechanical stretch in the bra cup, just a 2-way stretch. But where I'll be using zigzag is when I attach the band elastic here. Oh, hello, DJ Sweet Tooth. Nice to see you, Bay Area friend. Have you been live streaming too? I miss your records. I miss hearing your music. Okay, just trimming, trimming the excess. We're here, here. Oh, cute. Oh, thank you. Someone says congratulations. Thank you, Lila Buxomberry. And look, we have 2 beautiful bra cups done. They look like doilies. I feel like your boobs are gonna look like little cupcakes or something. It's gonna be very cute. Now just gonna attach the band elastic, the strap elastic, and we're almost there. Can I finish before 5? Let's see. Band elastic, let me think. It could be 1 strap straight across the back, and I'm just doing some mental math real quick. My band elastics are generally 24 inches for a size extra small, or size small, extra small. And let's add 2-3 inches per each side. So let's add another 6 inches. So that'll be a total of 30 to make it adjustable. So this is going to basically fit a B cup, and then the band can be adjusted from like a 32 band to a 36 band, which is cool in my opinion. I love adjustable fit. So top view. Thank you. They are pretty, aren't they? I think they're so I mean, whenever I'm working with these beautiful textiles and fabric, I'm like, it's not, I just put it together. The fabric already is gorgeous and it's beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful whatever you do. I just simply add 3 dimension to a flat piece of fabric, then you can so that you can wear it. Okay, right now I am just finding the center point of my 30-inch elastic. Here we go. Oh, and your question, is this lace from Japan? I have no idea. My friend, I was saying at the top of the stream that my friend gave this to me. She's, you can also follow her. She's at Tailor Made Shop on Instagram, but she has a beautiful trim shop. And she gave it to me, I don't know, like 6 years ago, like maybe almost 10 years ago now. So I've had it for a long time, and it's just a small cut. I have no idea where it came from, so I'm not able to get more of it again. And to be honest, I've never come across anything like this before and after. Okay. We're gonna do 9-inch straps in the back, which is a little bit on the long side for me, but what I do here is it's gonna be adjustable in the back completely. So preparing the straps. Let me think about how I want to attach this. I like to, okay, there's two ways we can do this. I like to, generally if I have space for it, meaning if the elastic is wide enough, the band elastic, I will do a double 2 layers of zigzag. One to attach it this way, and then I fold it over so that the seams tuck in. My only concern with doing that with an embroidered fabric like this is the embroidery. When you start layering it on top of each other, it creates bulk. I don't want that, and that can translate to then feeling uncomfortable or like adding itchiness in your underband. So I don't want you to have to be going like that all the time. So I'm just gonna sew it flat, like this. Just tack down zigzag on top. My fear with that though is that because of this kind of sparse edge, it might fray. So first I'm gonna go to my serger and just do, just reinforce the edge with the serger, which is, what's the other name? Overlock, my overlock machine. Reinforced edging. Great. All right, I'm gonna press these. Okay, I think I've got it reinforced on the bottom, you see? That should help. And okay. Oh, thank you. Patty House, your products are amazing. That's so sweet. I always feel so appreciative and humbled when you guys choose to spend your money with my business. Like, there's so many options out there. There's so many lingerie brands. I know they're not a lot of petite lingerie brands, but still, it's you're giving your money, your hard-earned money and energy to my brand. That makes me so appreciative. It's like you guys had many choices to choose from. So thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing me. Okay, one last thing I forgot to do is that side trim I wanted to add, which, let's go to this view. Maybe a little bit of this, a little bit of that, or just a little bit of the same. I think what makes something look a little more expensive, like one of my design thinking things is different amounts, different textures, different kinds of textures, amounts of different textures. So adding something different might make it look a little bit more elevated. But the thing is, it's so little the spot that you actually are going to cover. I don't know if it's even necessary for that. Let's try if it's using the same as the original. I love the, someone says, I love that you take the time to press throughout. Yes, I have to say it's very important, I think, to press after every seam. It really makes a difference. And this is something that fast fashion does not do. Like, they'll just make the whole thing without pressing often, or, you know, minimal ironing. But I learned early on that it, every time you do a stitch, a seam, and you finish, when you press it, it's just, you have cleaner lines throughout. It's more precise. So it's a good habit to do. Okay, cutie. Let me show you what this is coming together like. Okay, very cute. I think just this tiny, basically all it is 2 little scallops. Would you like 2 scallops or 1 scallop? Let's go like that. Okay, again, just gonna straight stitch this down. Straight stitch this down, and then we can zigzag. Let's try. Okay, guys, thank you all for being here. I'm almost, I don't want to say done, but I'm almost there with this. Because to be done, there's still, like, you know, all the strap finishings and the trimming to do. Oh, she's so cute. Okay. My little tiny piece of lace fell into the trash. Okay, I found it. Yeah. Okay, I wasn't paying attention and said this on the wrong way. My first seam ripping on stream, and it's always so delicate with tool, because you don't want to get this tiny hook into your lace and cut it open. Okay, got it. Thank goodness it was a short seam. All right, let's retry that again. Oh, look, you can see my beautiful table. Hello, can you track me, please? Hi. All right, and just a little more this way. Cool. Okay, we're just about there. I'm now going to tuck in the seam allowance and do the top stitching again. Okay, cool. Okay, almost there. I hope my phone is not overheating. It's my top view cam. And I think we can just zigzag this on and see how it goes. Oh, so a tip. When I'm zigzagging a band elastic to the bra cup, I basically shrink. It's like the elastic length should be about a ½ inch shorter than the length of the cup. So what you'll get is a slight gathering effect, which will create the 3 dimension of right here. Makes the fullness for under the bust. So let's honor that, and I think let's do like ½ inch, 3/4 inches gather. So I'll just pin my first insertion point and where it ends, and pull the elastic as you're stitching with the zigzag. So changing my setting to zigzag, kind of a small one at 2.2 width and 2.2 distance. I just got nervous for a second because it's a white thread I'm using to stitch on this kind of beige elastic, but I think it's gonna be nice looking. Let's just try. it's a little bit paler than I expected, but I think I mean, I don't think you can even see on the camera, but she's cute. I like it. Okay. All right. Oh, it's so dainty. I love how delicate it looks. I kind of feel like I want it to be a silk band just because it's like, you know, a little bit bridal looking. Where's my other bra cup? Have I lost you? Oh, this always happens. It's like it ends up somewhere under something. Oh, yes, here it is. Okay. So this is where I like to assess and audit everything before I continue. Let's just pin this second half and see if we like where this all stands. And again, reducing the elastic about 3/4 inch. I think I said 1/2 inch earlier, but let's go with 3/4 just to get that nice fullness under the cup. Do you see how it kind of gathers the fabric when you stitch like this? All right. No, I think I like it. Okay, it looks good. The back is going to be this. And so just have this little caging. Okay, love it. One thing I didn't think about is how the shoulder straps are going to insert into the back, which, yeah, I have to think about that in a moment. And I'll explain why in a second. Hold on, let me just pin these and see how it looks. Okay. Okay, cute. I love the daintiness. I think having this kind of double strap caging in the back is a nice detail for, I don't know, it kind of has a vintage effect, especially once you add the strap sliders and everything. Okay. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here, celebrating my 11th anniversary. It is nearing 5 o'clock, which means, how long have I been streaming for? 2.5 hours? I, didn't have a set start. I mean, I was supposed to start at 2. I started at 2:30. I didn't have a set time of how long I'll go or anything, but I think 5 o'clock will be about when or it's 5 o'clock now. I think I'll be wrapping it up soon. And since there's only a couple more things I need to do for this bra to be complete, I can complete that off camera and show you guys the project. You see, it's like this. So cute. And so the back is going to have adjustability. Let's just get these sliders on and just a mock of the shoulder straps put together so we can just see what it'll look like. I'm now thinking about, where does this hook happen? Okay, I have to do something about how this is gonna hook. It's going to be a little annoying if you have to hook it through 2 straps like this every time. So one thing I can do is, actually I have to think about it. Maybe that's going to require a little bit more engineering. You see, like this doesn't look clean, but you kind of get the idea. Oh, pretty. Okay. It'll have this effect. Gorgeous. Strappies. Let's do thin strap, thick strap, decorative strap, plain strap. So many choices. Okay, I mean, this is kind of beautiful. There, adding that extra texture. I think it elevates things, right? I don't know. What do you guys think? Or having more cohesion with, I mean, not that it doesn't look cohesive, but uniformity with this. Which also looks solid. Like, I think that's very nice looking. Strap A, strap B, A or B. And it's, I don't know, it's hard to tell unless you see it on a body, but Oh, it's so cute. I mean, I feel weird saying that as the maker, but I really see it as like, the fabric is so cute. The trims are so cute. And I can't decide which strap I want. I kind of like how this one looks more invisible. But this is going to be more comfortable for sure. I know, Lula Buxenberry. I love both too. And I am kind of a practical girl, so I tend to go with whatever is more comfortable. But this is like a fun project, so let me think about it. Maybe I'll do a little poll on my stories, and so this is maybe a good place to stop. I will ask y'all, and you can vote in Patty House. I like both too. Yeah, I know, right? Thank you guys for letting me know. But I'll do a little poll on my Instagram stories where you can vote for which strap I'm going to complete this with. One is a little bit more of like a delicate and invisible look. It looks more just, you know, dainty and decorative. And the other one looks actually like a strap. It looks more practical. It's more solid. It's going to be more comfortable. So practical versus beauty. I'll take some pictures and post it later today. So with all of that said, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I personally had a lot of fun. I'm just here by myself, but I had a lot of fun kind of just going through this, talking about it, and interacting with you guys. And yeah, thank you so much. I'm sorry we got a late start today, but you know, I say every time, hopefully next time it'll be smoother. And I'm gonna post a poll for this about the straps, and then once I finish, I'll post the finished bralette on my Instagram stories. And yeah, so you can follow up and see the rest of the stuff there, the rest of my progress there. But thank you guys so much. Will I be saving this live? Yes, I will. I think I just will post it on it'll be on YouTube for sure. And I think I'll post it on my feed wall for Instagram as well, but definitely it'll be on YouTube. And when will be the next live? Good question. I said last year I wanted to do this more consistently, and I didn't follow through on that, but I had a bunch of other things that I was working out, so that's fine. I think I would like to do this again very soon. Maybe, I don't want to make any promises. Maybe in like May, like skip a month and then do another one in the next month. But I actually have some fun announcements kind of related to this coming up next week. So stay tuned about that. And any other questions, you guys, before I say goodbye? Off topic, but I love the camera angles. Oh, thank you. Yeah, we got this one. Sorry, we have this one, above view, which overhead view is always so fun for me. I really love it. But of course, as a person who talks on camera, we need this view. And then I got my sewing view now, which follows my face. Hopefully I'll be able to do a view that's a little more zoomed in on the actual sewing table. But for now, you can at least see me while I'm doing the sewing. And also this view, which is from my laptop. But yes, thank you guys. And thank you so much for interacting and being here till the end. I'll see you guys on the socials. And thank you for celebrating my anniversary with me. Bye.